Welcome back to part 6 of Amazing Mazes. In this part we're going to deal with collisions, so what happens when the bear bumps into a ghost and loses a life, and also what happens when he bumps into a heart and gets an extra life. Okay, let's open up Game Maker and get started. So all you need to do is get rid of the green box, hide your tutorial, and then just load your game again. Yep, just make sure you're inside My Documents and click on your bear in the maze and open it up. Right, today we're looking at how to give the bear some lives and what happens when he bumps into a ghost. So first of all we need to give him some lives at the start of the game. So open up your objects and just find Obj Start Controller. And in here we're going to add a new event, a create event, which happens at the start of the object being made. If we just go into the Score tab, you'll see this action here called Set Lives. If you just drag it across, and we're just going to set it to 3. So at the beginning of the game he starts with 3 lives. We're also going to pull this one across. This is called Score Caption. If you just go into the top menu here and just click on it, and then we're going to make sure that we set it to Don't Show. Do you remember the scores drawn on that grey panel? Well, we don't need that anymore because the score's now drawn in the room, so that just gets rid of that. So just click on OK. And the next thing we need to do is draw the lives in the room. So open up your Object Room controller and click on your Draw event. And then if you go into Score, you see we've got a heart over this side. This one's called Draw Lives. So in the box where it says X, set it to 150, and in the box where it says Y, just set it to 5, and that'll draw it in the room. Okay, we don't need to add the colour or the font because we've already set that in there earlier. Just press on that. Okay, and we're just going to have a quick look in our room, give it a test and see if it's drawing it properly. Yeah, and you can see up here it says lives, set to 3, and if I collect some coins the score's no longer being drawn on the grey bar, so that's blank. So let's go back to our work area. Now next we need to think about what happens when the bear actually bumps into a ghost, because we want him to lose a life. So we're going to start off by creating a sound effect so we know that a collision's happened. So click on Create a Sound and name this one SND _ damage. Okay, click on Load Sound, and if you're inside the maze pack in My Documents, want to click on this one called Dead. And then click on Open. We'll have a little play.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
You can see he says ouch when he bumps into a ghost. So that's just what we want. And then open up your Obj Bear and we're going to give him a collision event with the ghost. So let's select the ghost. There we are. First thing we want to happen, if you go into Main Tab 1, we're going to get him to play the ouch sound. So play sound and we'll set it to SND damage. Okay, then we're going to have a pause, so go into Main Tab 2, click on Sleep Action and pull it over. Set this to 2000, so we've got a little pause. The next thing we're going to do, click on Move tab, we're going to select this one called Jump to Start, and what this does is it stops the bear from bumping into the ghost over and over again. Otherwise when he bumps into him once, the bear can lose all of the lives that he has. So we want to stop these multiple collisions. So if you drag this one over, we're going to tell the bear to jump to his start position, so leave that on self, and then drag another one over, and we're going to tell the ghosts, all of the ghosts, to jump to their start positions. Now click on Object, set it to Ghosts, and that means all of the ghosts will go back to the place where they started in the room. And there's just one more thing we need to add. We need him to lose a life. So go into your Score tab, drag this one over, Set Lives, and put in -1, and make sure you've clicked Relative, because remember, relative is what makes it add up or take away. Right. So let's have a test, shall we? Actually, let's open up our room first before we test it, because I've just realised there's something we need to change in here. What we need to do is add some more coins, because otherwise my bear will bump into all the coins before he bumps into a ghost, and then we won't be able to test the ghost bumping into him. So add a few more coins in the corner, and now I'm going to test it. Okay, let's open that up. Yeah. So what we need to do is for the bear to bump into a ghost. Come on, come back.
Ow!
There we are. And he's lost a life, and that's just what we want to happen. So that's definitely working. But the question is, what happens when the bear's got no more lives left, when it's game over? Well, what we're going to do is build this part of the game next. So first of all, we're going to show a high score table. So we're just going to make a background for our high score table. So rename this one back _ high score, and then click on edit background. Now if we go up here on this bit of paper, we're going to create a new background, set it to 128, and then for the height 128. I'm going to fill it with a purple colour. Now if I go up here to the purple, then I'm going to click on this box up here. Now the purple isn't quite as dark as I want it to be, and if you're looking for a colour and it isn't on this board, there's a very simple way that you can actually make more colours. So since there isn't a purple that's dark enough, I'm going to move this marker on the slider bar here down to a darker purple. You can see it's appeared there. And then I'm going to click on this button underneath that's called Add to Custom Colours. Now it's hard to see, but the colours just appeared here. So I need to click on here so it's selected, and then press OK. And now if I go to my Fill an Area tool, I can fill it like that. The next thing I'm going to do is add a border. So if you go up to this one, which is the Line tool, and then click on the middle one to make it a bit thicker, I'm going to pick this light blue, and then I'm just going to draw lines across the screen to make a border. When you're doing this, don't take your finger off the mouse button until you've got your line straight, otherwise you get a wobbly line. Looks like I need to just put a bit more on that one to get rid of that purple edge. There we are. And we'll pull another one down here. And I've chosen these colours because they're some of the colours which I used in the title screen at the front, but again you could use any colours you want to decorate yours. So there we go, we've got quite a nice little background for my high score table. So now what we need to do is sort out what happens when the bear runs out of lives. So open up your Obji Room controller, we're going to make a new event, go on this one called Other, and go down here to No More Lives. So this is our No More Lives event, which is quite handy. So what we need to do now is click on Score and pull over this Show High Score action here. Now we're going to set the background to the background we've just made. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next is just change the colours here. And I'm going to set them to the colours which we used for the title screen. So I'm going to use pink for the brand new score, and I'm going to use pale blue for all the other scores. And I'm just going to change this font to Broadway again, which is the font which I used on the title screen. It just kind of unifies the whole game. So there we are. Select 14, and that's that part done. So all I need to do now is restart the game. There it is. main tab to restart the game. There we are. So as soon as we run out of lives, we see all the scores and it'll start again. So we'll have a bit of a test of that to make sure that's working. And it should give us quite a nice effect. I've just got to get killed by 3 ghosts first. So let's see if I can find a ghost that will cooperate.
Ow!
Oh, well done. Yeah, the ghosts are moving quite nicely up there. Now, oh, I can't get to one.
Ow!
There we are. And just one more ghost. When I was doing this on test runs, the ghosts kept running away, which was not very helpful of them.
Ow!
There we are. Now my lives are 0, and here's my high score table. And you can see I can write in my new score by typing in a new name on the keyboard here. So that's looking really good. So there's just one more thing that we're going to make today. So if you press escape and go back to your work area, we're going to create an item which the bear can collect to give him more lives. So we'll start off by making another sound effect. This time we're going to name this one SND Life. And we'll click on load sound, and in here we're just going to click on this one called Life. Now when I play it, you can see it's a little whistle. So now we're going to make a sprite for it. So let's name this one SPR underscore heart. Click on load sprite, go back into your mazes pack, and then we're going to use this one, and you can see this when the strips are shown one after another, it makes the heart beat, which is a really nice effect. Nice little animated sprite for us. So we'll just load that one in, and that's all we need to do there. And now we're going to create an object for it. So let's name this one Obji Life. Oh, Obji Heart, sorry. Let's put in the correct sprite, and that's all we need to do there. And now what we need to do is sort out what happens when the bear bumps into one of these items. So let's give him a collision event with a heart. Right, so we need to play our sound effect on main tab 1, set the sound to SND Life, destroy event, but we want to destroy the other, so the heart disappears. And then we want to set the lives, so go into score tab, pull over set lives, and we're going to set them to 1, and make sure you've ticked relative, because that's what makes the lives add up or take away. Right, so all we need to do is put some of these in our room. I've just noticed I've got 2 heart sprites from where I've been practicing earlier, but never mind. Let's put some hearts in here. Okay. And let's push play, and hopefully when the bear bumps into a heart, his score should go up. Yes.
Ow!
Oh, and he's just lost a life from bumping into a ghost. So that's quite good. It means both parts of the mechanism are working really well. Next time on Amazing Mazes, we're going to create some cherries, some chocolate, and some speeding food. See you there!